So someone reminded me that the Nostalgia Critic existed. Disgusting, first off. Second, that got me inspired to do, like, a rant about his Sailor Moon video, because, as a Sailor Moonie myself, I have to say that it is absolute ass. And I'm going to be making multiple parts. Regardless if these do well or not, I'm going to make multiple parts anyways, because I need to scream. Anyways, let's jump into it. Alright, we got his annoying intro as per usual, thank God.
I hired him to think of an idea so that I can lazily repeat it over and over and over and make money beyond my wildest dreams.
Oh, the irony.
Us millions. That's wonderful, let's hear it! 14-year-old girl acts stupid, uses magical powers to look slutty and stupid. Talking cat tells her how to fight crime because she's so stupid.
Did you just call Usagi a slut? You are only describing like the first 10 episodes of the series. What the hell is the matter with you? Part 2 of the Nostalgia Critic rant, let's go.
Boyfriend, yes? Do they repeat the same animation? Worse than Hanna-Barbera!
No, it is not worse than Hanna-Barbera, you fucking Neanderthal. Hanna-Barbera would repeat animation from different, like, shows and shit. Like, they would repeat animation from, like, the Flintstones and put it into Scooby-Doo or some shit. They would do that. No, Sailor Moon is not that bad. The transformation sequences are a stylistic choice. I always have to say this. It is in the manga, and that's kinda how it works. It's not laziness, it's to make it look nice. Hanna-Barbera was just lazy and low budget. Tony Stark has to change his fucking outfit before he can fight anything. What's different for Sailor Moon?
Why was something as repetitive as Sailor Moon so successful?
I can answer you that right now. It's character. Character and humor. Sailor Moon is possibly one of the funniest anime of all fucking time. If you have watched the series, you will fucking know that it is hilarious, and the characters in it shine through very, very well. Good characters, plus the drama is extremely well written. Duh. Part 3, I'm not even 5 minutes in yet.
Anime as American.
Remember this, he had Uranus and Neptune in one clip.
You'll quickly notice that, like many animes, the best parts of the show aren't in the action, the character, the story, or the writing. It's in the goddamn opening themes.
Just say you don't watch anime, my guy. You don't have to insult them all.
Scroll. Yeah, because that's what girls watching this show are really into. Star Wars.
And he's insulting young girls. I'm going to kick his ass. Yes, he's reviewing the Deke dub. This video came out in 2013, so technically this Viz dub hadn't come out yet. That is the only slack I'm gonna give you, sir.
Not like it's the end of the world or something.
You don't understand. I'm Japanese. To me, failure is everything.
I love racism.
How tediously long do they drag that out?
You realize that they get together after the first season and Jim and Pam take like half the fucking series to get together? Part 4.
By the way, here's a confusing scene. We see her walk by a poster of a young girl dressed exactly how she is dressed.
You didn't watch the show, did you? You didn't read the manga either. Venus is the first one that awakens and she becomes Sailor V. That is why they have the same outfits. Basically, Sailor V played the role of Sailor Moon so that Sailor Moon wouldn't get hurt because Sailor Moon is the Moon Princess. You fucking idiot. You did no research, did you? And here's the part that gets me pissed. This topic is way too long to be covered in only 30 seconds, but it pisses me off, and it's literally the worst part of the video, at least to me. Part 5, if you weren't pissed before, you will be now.
Mini skirts. Yep, the costume choice that in no way enables her to fight better.
Fun fact, it does help her fight better. Traditionally, women don't have as much upper body strength as men do. They have more lower body strength. Therefore, men can provide a very good punch, while women can provide a very good kick. Reason why they have the miniskirts in the first place. Sailor Moon has an attack just called Sailor Moon Kick.
Okay, so take out the fact that's obviously in no way battle armor.
Here's how you know he did no research. In the Sailor V manga, Sailor V tries to wear a suit of armor because she thinks it'll help her fight better. It does not. Why does it not? Because she's a middle school girl. She physically could not hold up the armor and fell over instantly.
Take out the fact that's obviously fanservice.
This series is made by a woman. This series is targeted at females. All the characters are minors. They are not wearing these for men's validation. Therefore, you do not sexualize them. Knock it off. Part 6, we're halfway there. I'm ready to kick someone.
This is them, though to be fair with both these outfits, is the face really the first thing you're going to be looking at?
That's pretty sus that you're looking at a 14-year-old that way, my guy.
Obviously sexualized transformation.
The only reason it's sexual is because you are a cishet man. Need I say more?
Any of you find this incredibly creepy, let me make one thing perfectly clear. The age of consent in many parts of Japan is, in fact, 13 years old.
It is a lot more complicated than that, buddy. This means 13-year-olds can legally give in sexual interactions with people who are still minors. While this isn't across the board around Japan, I don't know. I do know if you are over the age of 20 and you interact with someone under 17 sexually, that is illegal in Japan. At least it's illegal in Tokyo from what I'm looking at right now. If you would like to know more about it, I suggest you do research about it on your own because I don't have the time to really talk about it here. Saying is, he's only saying half-truths. Part 6 only goes downhill from here, folks. He does explain age of consent a little bit more later on in the video, thank God. Now, this does not make what he is saying okay in the slightest. They are indeed still minors under Japanese law, therefore, no, you cannot talk about them this way. Here's a question, do the Sailor Guardians wear these outfits for male validation? No, they do not. Therefore, Mr. Critic, you are the problem. You are the one sexualizing them, not the fucking show. In general, a woman should not have to cover up to keep men from looking at her. End of fucking story. And as I have stated before, this series is created by a woman. This was made in 2013, so his opinions could have changed, I don't know. But I do know, as of watching this now, it is fucked up. I swear to God we'll be done soon.
Media in most cultures, it doesn't try to help younger people understand sexuality, but rather exploits it.
Now, I've already went into detail about how this show is not sexualized. This is where I wanted to bring up Uranus and Neptune again. He acknowledged that they exist, simply because there was a clip of them earlier. Uranus and Neptune are gay. This is a common known fact. The cousin joke is a huge thing. Kunzite and Zoisite in Season 1 are gay. This is a common known thing. You just said it exploited sexuality when it is a very, very LGBTQ show. The show does not exploit sexuality. At all. The show rather tries to build acceptance for different sexualities. The series has been pushing LGBTQ rights since 1994. This show has been pro-LGBTQ+ for literally its entire existence. The 30 years it's been around. I know you weren't talking about gay people, but it had to be brought up because... Back on my shit, let's go, part 9.
It's all building up to one important question. Given this information, why did I still put her in the top 11 hottest anime women list?
Bitch just outed himself, what the hell? I would have never known that if you hadn't have said that. Looks like I have another video to watch later. Hey, off topic, why am I getting a shaving pubic hair ad? Ew.
Did you grow up watching the show? Did you pay attention to it at all? No, I didn't! I mean, I watched it, but I didn't really listen to it. I too was 14 at a time, and...
Please don't tell me you're implying what you're trying to imply, because that's disgusting. Oh dear lord, that is what he's trying to imply. Okay, let's break down that scene in another video. Part 10. This is the gross scene. Alright, let's watch this scene.
Turn that back on.
What the hell was that?
Who said that?
I did.
That is wrong on so many levels. Yeah. Following any of this scene, it's gross, but you can hear the audio. And that's enough.
Penis?
Yeah.
You can talk?
All penises talk around this age. It's the greatest secret no woman knows about.
I'm suffering. Oh, why did I choose to do this? Oh, gross! Oh god, I paused on his crotch! So, the critic just confirmed that men think with their dicks. Way to insult your entire gender, my dude. Can you, not? Okay, I'm skipping the rest of this. I'm sorry. Is this what cis men joke about? I'm so glad to be a trans man. Ugh. 7. Also, TikTok took down part 8, but I put it back up, and it's censored, so we're good.
In fact, I bet she'll keep this exact same calm state every single time she changes, and every villain she's fighting will quietly wait for her to finish before actually attacking.
Great, I have to disprove this every single time. The transformations don't take that long. According to my comments from the previous videos, the transformation sequences were extended, actually, to sell toys and cosmetics and whatnot. Reason why they have the, nail polish on the hands, even though they put gloves on. It's a stylistic choice, buddy. They don't actually take that long. Every single time I go onto the TikTok tag for Sailor Moon, I always find this joke. And it's not funny. It's not. It's never been funny. It's just inaccurate. Not to mention the villains never know when she transforms, so they're not just politely waiting around. They're actually still doing shit. And Sailor Moon takes like 2 seconds to transform, technically. Part 12. Yippity-doo-dah.
Actually is a villain in the series, known as Queen Beryl. Yes, because no name is more terrifying than a wooden container that can bring me alcohol.
That was a dumb joke, but I'm gonna give you a few fun facts just for the hell of it. Naoko Takeuchi, the mangaka of Sailor Moon, she used to be a chemist, or she had a degree in chemistry. So a lot of Sailor Moon characters have names that are based off of different rocks and crystals. Beryl herself is named after a rock, along with the entirety of the Four Kings of Heaven, which is the group that works underneath her.
She uses her evil minion named Jedi.
She has 4, later 5 minions. You only watched the first episode, didn't you? That and his name is pronounced Jadeite. 'Cause he's a fucking jade!
One that Sailor Moon actually does very little physical fighting in this show.
Again, only the first 10 episodes. Yeah, and Mr. Critic, how would you feel if you suddenly became a superhero and started fighting demons? You'd fucking piss yourself too! What is this, part 13? Let's keep it going, and let's finish this up.
Longer than is needed. But hey, anything to save on that action-packed detailed animation that we're just going to repeat anyway.
The attacks take like 10 seconds, dude. Can you really just not wait? Not to mention they're animated well. Seriously, if you have the time, look up some of these attacks. They do look really nice. My favorites are Uranus's Earth Shaking, and I really like Ray's Flame Sniper. That shit's so good. Okay, a lot of the shit he's talking about I've already covered before, meaning he's getting blatant facts wrong because he's only watched like 2 episodes from the first part of season 1. Even like halfway through season 1, Sailor Moon just like gets beefed out and starts, actually fighting for herself. Stop trying to portray her as some fucking wimp. She could literally blow up the universe if she fucking wanted to. And that's not even an exaggeration either. This bitch could. In fact, she has. Part 14. Yay.
Her only enchanted device, though, she also has a pen that can change her into anything.
Ooh, the disguise pen. I love that thing. This has nothing to do with anything, but the disguise pen was only used like 15 times in the series and only used 2 times in the manga. There's 200 episodes of the anime entirely. Then at one point, Usagi doesn't need it anymore, so she gives it to Minako, and I'm pretty sure Minako used it to look like a freaking moron. 'Cause it's Minako!
Tool, it turns you into whatever you want.
Well, then what the fuck is she using that tiara for?
Okay, don't blame the critic on this one. This is a mistranslation. No, the disguise pen only changes her outfit and her hairstyle. Doesn't actually change her physical form at all. Give you some slack there, sir, since the sub was hard to find at the time and the Viz dub hadn't come out yet.
It's over! 6 seasons spared!
There's only 5 seasons, and the 5th season didn't come out in America until 2019. Dumbass. Part 15. This time I wanted to pose a question to y'all. So we've all established that Nostalgia Critic's being an absolute misogynist in this. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And he's sexualizing minors. He's getting upset about said minors being sexualized when they're not. He's the one sexualizing them. My question is, and I keep laughing about this, what was his reaction to the Sailor Starlights be? Those who are unaware, this is what the Starlights look like. Oh, imagine his face! Oh, would he be sexualizing them too? And would he just, ignore all of the, gender themes that go on in, with the Starlights? For those who don't know, they are female but present as male. And in the anime, they are physically male and they transform into female at will. They're pretty fucking cool. Alright, let's get to the end of this shit, part 16. Also, yes, I wanted to show off my shirt.
All you have to do is throw on a bathing suit and a napkin over your crotch, and apparently nobody will recognize you.
Someone brought up something really interesting in my comments. I'm not going to name names because I don't know if they want to be shouted out or not. They brought up girls' sportswear, like cheerleader outfits or figure skating outfits. Are those considered sexual as well in his eyes?
All this show does is glorify how lazy Serena is. Serena, a monster is attacking Tokyo! How far away is that? About 10 miles.
She lives in Tokyo! She lives in the Azabu Juban district, which is in Minato, Tokyo.
Their personalities are about as on par as, oh, let's say, the Spice Girls.
How dare you?
Can't name Artemis. Stop squabbling.
Hold up, Jadeite's dead by the time Artemis and Venus come in. Oh, they're fighting like Kunzite and Zoisite at that time. Let's not acknowledge the other villains. Who cares?
Question, yes, every kid snickered like an idiot when they heard there really was a Sailor Uranus.
The series pronounces it as Uranus, as it is supposed to be pronounced. Even the original dub pronounces it correctly. Well, of course you had to put a fucking Minions clip.
Characters seeing how Uranus and Neptune were cousins in the show, but not in the Japanese version. No.
Oh, now you're gonna bring up the fact that they're lesbians? I thought you said this show exploited sexuality. And he just brought up a dick joke when considering the lesbians. Nice, dude. Fetishizing lesbians. That's hilarious. Makes another comment about the Sailor Scouts being sexualized, which they're not. It's like a loop for you, dude. Can you not? This is actually the only part of the video I agree with. He brings up how homophobic the original dub was. Though he is still sexualizing the Sailor Guardians, so I'm gonna kick it. 19. Let's see how much nitpicking I keep doing. Okay, now he brings up the Sailor Says segments. For those of you who don't know what Sailor Says is, it's basically one of those things where they have like a little PSA lesson at the end of each episode. It was only in the original Deke dub and not the Cloverway and Viz dub. It is not in the Japanese dub either. This is because the Deke dub is aimed at a very, very young audience, while the rest of the series is aimed at teenagers. The entire series is aimed at teenagers in the Japanese dub. The Cloverway dub, aka the CWI dub, was seasons 3 and 4, and they only aired on Toonami. They still censored like everything though. Comparatively, the CWI dub is like way worse than the Deke dub. I'm gonna edit a video together, a bunch of my favorite clips from both dubs, so stay tuned for that, that'll be fun. Part 20, the last part. Great, we ended on an even note. So throughout the video, he was trying to explain what formula Sailor Moon has. The problem is that the formula of Sailor Moon changes a lot. It only brings up Jadeite, who is only in like the first 10 episodes of the series. Of course, the formula is going to be different as soon as they change to a different villain. Nephrite collects energy a lot different than Jadeite does. Zoisite doesn't even collect energy. Kunzite and later Endymion do not do any of that shit. I barely remember what they do, honestly. The entire formula changes based on what the villain is doing, or based on what plot points come up, such as Usagi realizing that she is the Moon Princess. Everything changes when that happens. The only thing consistent between episodes is that they transform and they fight a monster. More plot-driven episodes don't even have them fight a monster and have them fighting the villains directly. So here's the moral I am willing to pose. Don't talk about something that you don't understand or don't even bother to understand! Makes you look like a fucking idiot to everyone else. Also, thank you for watching. I really like talking about things I'm passionate about.